Today on Seeds of Gold, we are in Nachifuma, Nagalama, where we meet farmers who are into conservation agriculture. Details coming up. Coming up on Seeds of Gold.
The unique planting of maize, we do use the conservation agriculture, whereby we do minimum tillage but expecting maximum results.
With the increasing demand of food in and outside of Uganda, crop production is key for farmers. And now that the seasons are near, Seeds of Gold is here to help you prepare better. Huntington is into maize farming, and today we get a few tips on how best to get better yields.
I deal in maize, beans, sweet potato, banana, and coffee. The unique planting of maize, we do use the conservation agriculture, whereby we do minimum tillage but expecting maximum results. By doing so, we dig holes whereby we measure 1 feet per hole, which has the depth of 5 inches down, and we do space each hole. Between a hole and a hole, we leave a space of 1 feet, and between a line and a line, we leave 75 centimeters, which is equivalent to 2.5 feet.
As a farmer, you must know the most important stages when growing maize. This will help you to plan better for maximum output.
In the first step, you need to clear the ground, that is where the acreage where you are going to carry out that activity. Whereby if there is bush, you need to clear it in time, that is during the dry season. You clear by slashing. You can apply weedicides, these herbicides, and you let all the grasses die, and then you slash. By doing so, you clear the place. You can go burning the bush or what you have slashed, and the area is clear. Then you get a string, you put it on the ground, you measure, then you start digging the holes. After digging the holes, you apply manure, that is if you can use chicken dung or cow dung or these artificial or made manures like DAP, NPK and the others. Then after that stage, you cover the hole with soil. Then after that, when it comes to rain, you bring the seedlings, that is the seeds of maize. You can put like a type of long 10. Here we are, I bought long 10. It is said to be one of the sweetest type of maize, whereby these people who are dealing in the business of roasting maize, it is highly demanded by such people because the customers do enjoy it so much. So you plant each hole, you put 3 seeds per hole by spacing them 5 inches from one to another, such that you let it grow in a healthy way, whereby you expect a big size of maize. After that, you do weeding. You can either use herbicides. There is a herbicide that is called Maize Plus or Metrazine. When you apply such a type of herbicide, it is a selective type of herbicide, whereby maize doesn't be affected, but the grass around it is destroyed, and you don't need to get a hoe and do the weeding. So it is more economical and leads to profit maximization if you use Maize Plus and Metrazine, other than using people to come and do the weeding. But it needs, when you have prepared your garden by digging the basin type of way, other than the other local way, because if the basin, you have prepared that basin where the seeds we call it a basin, that hole where the seeds are put. The soil is broken into small particles, which allows the growing seed to enjoy the growth. A 1 liter of maize plus can weed an acre, and a 1 liter goes at 35,000. But if you bring people like 2 or 3 to do the weeding in a 1 acre of maize, they can ask you around 150,000 shillings. And remember, they don't do it at once. But if you are prepared enough and you are interested enough, you can do the weeding by the use of the herbicide in a single day, and you can do it yourself.
Hannington here has an interesting story and tip on how you can spend your holidays in your garden. He is now enjoying the benefits to date. This is his farming story.
For example, on the 14th Feb this year, it was a Valentine's Day. So I told my sweetheart by the names of Jennifer Nakalunda that we are going to celebrate our Valentine's Day in the garden. She said, "What are you talking about?" I tried to explain to her that even if we go out as many people are doing now or are going to do, we shall not have anything to show people that day we celebrated it in such a way. So she as if listened to me. We pulled out our motorbike, we rushed to the garden with our seeds, we started planting maize. By the end of the day, people we were watching on the TV, and some of them had even lost their eyes because of boozing and whatever. For us, we were just enjoying our tiredness as a result of having worked in our garden. And as a result, we are experiencing a lot of output because we have sold maize since 10th June up to today, the 15th of July. Unless today where we have not gone to the market. But we have created a bigger, a wider market as a result of selling fresh maize to people who do business as in roasting maize. But it started long way back on the 14th February.
Farmers with limited land should not feel faint-hearted, because with this type of agriculture, one is able to use land optimally for better yields, because the farmer is able to regenerate the degraded land over time and keep reusing it without it losing its fertility potential.
Kati wano okuva ku kikolo okudda ku kirala tukola fuuti emu era yeeno wano. Onjiraba yeeno. Remember, it is 1 feet length and the width it's like 6 inches. So I start another hole like this. Why do I do it deeper? I want this hole to collect water for this maize to grow. That's why I have to remove this. Why do we dig this type of hole? Because it is conservation agriculture. You are conserving land. You can practice the growing of maize in this single hole for 3 years. You leave this rest of the soil to rest, and as it rests, it regains more ability to let the plants grow. So by doing so, you are conserving soil for future use. That is why we call it conservation agriculture. Let me show you the difference and the comparative advantage. This is the way we dig what? Then you come with the seedlings. You come and see the nature. This, we call this a hardy pan. And you dump here the seed. Can you realize the battle? The seed is fighting with the roots to germinate, yet the area to germinate from is so hard. As compared to the other one, you can see, you see? So the roots, as they come out, they enjoy, they collect whatever soup is here. But here, it does it for the sake of growing. But the environment is not conducive for it to grow. So That's why by doing the other type of agriculture, conservation, and this one we call it conservation, minimum tillage, maximum output.
Farmers are getting alternative means of maize processing that makes work quick and easy. These no longer use our tradition of separating corn from the grains. Work has become relatively simple with such new innovations. This machine can crush a ton of maize in just 30 minutes.
The uniqueness of that machine is that it saves time. There would be time for using the local way of crushing maize, whereby by the end of the day you feel the fingers cannot touch anything else. That machine does it in only 30 minutes to crush a ton of maize. And a single bag goes at 4,000 as per now. Whichever bag goes down there, the owner of the machines demands 4,000 shillings. But due to the fact that it saves time, you don't feel that money, because you can tell your buyer that in the evening, make sure you bring the 4 millions I'm expecting. I have 2 tons. But in the morning, you crush the maize, you pack, and it is ready for market. But for the local one, the original way of doing it, it would take you like a month. And it will cost you a lot of people to come in, and you have to pay them. And the time, 3 months, a single month, you are just doing that. But with that machine, you do it within 30 minutes if you are prepared enough.
And with the market, these farmers of Nagalama Cooperative Society are coming together to secure a market for their produce, which is a smart move and the way to go. The market is there. What is needed is to stabilize the prices.
As in fresh, we found it that in our market area, like from Kalaji or Nagalama town, where we always start from as we are supplying maize, fresh maize to our customers, the price per single maize is 500, as in after it has been roasted. So for us, what we did, we calculated and we do give maize out, fresh maize, as in 4 pieces of maize that goes at 1,000. 4 pieces at 1,000. That means 250 per single maize, such that when she calculates the money in terms of charcoal, labor, time, she can sell at 500 and get some profit. As in dry maize, as per today we are talking, the kg of maize is 2,000 shillings. It is between 2,000 and 15,000 shillings. That is the price of maize as per now. But as per now, so far we have harvested 2 tons of dry maize. And out of the tons, I don't know. It's like we have got like 1 million so far as fresh maize, and we expected to get at least 3 millions out of the dry maize, because I say 3 millions if we don't sell at 2,000 and we sell at 1,500. But if it is 2,000, we are likely to get 4 millions. Right now, we do sell to farmers like those ones rearing chicken. They buy in at least a raised price as compared to these shopkeepers. Yes, because for them, they don't care about the increased price. What they are after, can I give the amount of tons I need at the same time, so that I take to my chicken? And even these farmers of rearing cattle and doing piggery. Yes.
The dream is indeed big for Huntington, and with such new methods and new products on the market, it becomes all-inclusive and thus the future bright.
The plan is, first of all, we need to produce in bulk. How do we go? How have we planned to go about it? We have started mobilizing farmers, members and non-members. We mobilize them village per village, village per village, educating them about this way of planting or way of agriculture, the conservation agriculture, minimum tillage, maximum output. So we are trying to educate every farmer of maize to practice this. How do we go about it? We go visit villages, we educate them about them, we open up a demonstration garden in the village. Then we expect each farmer at least to have an acre of maize, and we expect the outcome of 3 tons per acre. That is if you have practiced this way of farming. So as a result of that, we need a ton of maize into our store. From each member, we are targeting 100 members with 100 ton, or each member a single ton of maize into our store at Nagarama Growers Cooperative building. So as a result of that, we are expecting 100 tons. Then if you have 100 tons, what should we do? Should we go selling to bulk buyers, or should we add value? We are looking at adding value despite some challenges around, but we know we are going to go about them. So as a result of value addition, we expect to produce porridge and maize flour, maize bran. So those are the things. But what type of porridge? This time around we are going to have the yellow maize. It is called the Vita maize. Why is it Vita? Because it contains a lot of vitamins, a lot of types of vitamins. We are told it is introduced by Naro. The type of maize is yellow in color, as you can see the yolk of an egg. And they say the content of the yolk of an egg is the one contained in the type of maize we intend to grow this season coming. So by doing so, we expect to have more clients, as in we are looking for schools, supermarkets and individual people to buy our products. We need to do a good packaging, recruit marketeers. We need to have loans from certain banks to have the machines that can make what? Maize. I mean porridge and posho.
Every business has challenges, and these have oftentimes helped farmers to push harder and use them as opportunities to achieve more. This is no different with Sewava.
Like any business, you need to have enough what? Capital. Whereby I mean, if you don't have capital, like the coming season, I need to have a 1 million shilling to prepare this garden in time. Buy seedlings, buy manure, the herbicides and fertilizers, the ones we spray. Not forgetting preparing the hose again and slashing and what like. So if you don't have money, cash, but we are lucky enough. We just had an AGM. It was on the 11th June. We engaged the manager of Opportunity Bank Kalaji. She told us that the doors are open, members of Nagarama Growers Cooperative Society, to get agricultural loans. Like if you are dealing in maize, you stand a chance of getting a loan, and you pay after the 4 months, whereby you pay after harvesting. So there are some qualities to qualify for the loan, but we know we are going to go about it. So I've given a challenge and at the same time the possible solution. Then another challenge, the attitude of people or members about farming. Some of them, when you talk, you can get a 3.5 tons out of 1 acre. They say it is impossible, and by saying so, they don't even want to spare time for them to learn how to go about it. sometimes if you are not professional enough, you can even end up quarreling with them, because their mind is put somewhere that the impossibilities are just surrounding their minds. They cannot think that there are some people who have made it, and how have they gone about it. They don't care to know. But that is still another challenge. And the labor, this technology needs some, at least people who have some knowledge about it. So when you call like youth, they are crying, we don't have jobs, you tell them, I'm the source of jobs as the chairman. I have now many farmers who want to do whatever I'm doing, but who are the laborers to do that piece of work? And you call the youth to come, they don't want. Then that is another challenge. Another challenge is storing the outputs of the garden. We don't have enough store as an individual and as a cooperative society. But we do have our stores in the town, despite the fact that we rented them out to a certain school as a source of income to the society. Other factors held constant.
Sewava has no regrets for having been the farmer he is. He has not remained the same ever since he and the team decided to take on the smart agriculture methods.
One of the achievements is employment. Being a teacher by profession, I don't want to go back to teach people, to students. I rather teach farmers than teaching people in the class, despite the fact that at the beginning I'm not paid for the whatever, because as a responsibility as the chairman, I need to teach my farmers and organize them. So that I don't look forward to look for a job. The fact that I do have land, I'm already employed on my farm, and my wife is also employed, because we are the ones doing this. I knew this type of farming way back in 2016, but I was not serious about it. But this time round, I am serious, and I've seen that I've managed to raise 2 tons of maize after selling the unknown tons as in fresh maize. So that is an achievement also, because now I'm talking with bulk buyers. They are calling me, should we come, should we bring 1,700? No, bring 2,300. And as if that is not enough, now I am on NTV Live. That is an achievement. Who is me to bring NTV from Nation Media Group to come to my garden here in Bugereka? That is also another achievement.
Thanks for watching Seeds of Gold. Next week on the show, we visit a young lady in Katikamu, Luwelo district.